Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to bring an issue to light that has to do with a healthcare company, a ministry healthcare company called OneShare Health. You want to stay as far away from them as you possibly can. And here's why. Let's look into this here, for example. This is the OneShare website. And it says, ready to save on your healthcare costs. Make the switch and save today with OneShare Health. Join a healthcare sharing ministry alongside millions of Americans. So they're using the cloak of religion to gain your trust. This is pretty outrageous, while they're doing the work of the devil. So check this out. Faith-based. Join a healthcare ministry alongside of millions of Americans. For the community aspect, for faith-based healthcare sharing you can believe in. Wow. Because the traditional healthcare system in America is not member-centric. Because you want to be better stewards of your healthcare dollars. Wow. All sounds good so far, doesn't it? Sounds amazing. Ministry, healthcare, religion. You must be a God-loving person in order to come in here. So I signed up and I paid this company 4 years, $475 a month, under the impression that if I have an emergency they would pay, but they don't. And I'll show you why. I'll have evidence. So first of all, let's look into this right here. It says, unlike other health HCSMSs, which I guess it's healthcare systems, we offer eligibility for essentials like maternity specialists, ER visits is what I had, no waiting period for immunization, next day active dates, discounts on medications like birth control, and so much more. So much more. It's amazing. Now here's interesting. This is something that should have been a warning signal here, because it says here, did you know at OneShare Health, 91% of sharing requests are paid in 21 days. I've been fighting with them for over 1 year and they haven't paid a dime. We have administered over $114 million in sharing in just 3 years. Now, how would anybody ever be able to verify this? This should be a red flag right there. This, unless you send an auditor into the company, who audits the company, this is just bogus. This is just what they tell you to make you believe there are such caring people and they will actually share. When you have an accident. So this is what happened to me. On June 29th, I fell down the stairs, and luckily I had someone in front of me that dampened my fall, but my upper body twisted right, my lower body left. I felt a pinch. Everything seemed okay. Next morning, 5 a.m., I could barely walk. I had to be driven to the ER. At the ER, I got a morphine shot. I thought I had a kidney stone because 10 years prior I had been diagnosed with a kidney stone, but apparently there is no more kidney stone. That's the only good news about this whole fiasco. So the bill here comes in, as you see, at $11,749.76. Well, this was in 210. So from June 29th, 2022 until 210, I never really got an answer for them. They kept stalling me, saying that you need to send these documents. I already had sent them the documents. Then I hung up the phone. I called back again to get a different rep to verify that they actually did have those documents in their possession. So it's just a stalling procedure, which is really horrible, because think about it. So $11,749. Now, by the way, I want to mention that my deductible is $7,500. So everything above $7,500, they're supposed to pay in an emergency, in an ER visit, in an accident. Well, they haven't, and they didn't. And so look at the next one. There was another bill for $11.58. There's emergency room. Again, it says here, emergency room visit. As you can see, amount reimbursed, $0. Didn't they just say ER visits are included? So it says in my policy too. Next payment here, next bill comes in on 6/19. This is now a year later almost, right? And they're finally telling me again that $11,749.76 is patient's responsibility. Amount reimbursed, zero. Can you believe this? This is amazing, right? Now, in its essence, here's another one, 508, patient's responsibility. This was in February, right? Now, in essence, I must say that I'm glad that the heavens up above, that God had me had this incident, this accident, because if I would have a larger accident, car accident, whatever, and knowing that they don't pay, but thinking they would pay, feeling secured and insured, that would have been even worse. So let me go forward here. Then, of course, I should have done this beforehand. I went to the Better Business Bureau. One complaint about another. One about a complaint another. Here. Initial complaint. This was 4/3, just recently, 2023. Unfortunately, I had an accident, suffered traumatic brain injury. I realized there's a patient, not me. And there was a guardian, realized likely. So we thought, however, yet have to finish coming with the involvement for payments. So again, here they haven't paid either. Let's see the next one. Approved surgery with doctor and has now denied paying. I mean, how can you do that? You're approving the surgery and then afterwards you deny paying. This is insane. Another one. This goes on and on and on. I had cancer surgery for the first time, was told by OneShare that would be able to be submitted for sharing. I submitted billing statements back and forth, correspondence since July 2021. Paperwork was lost for 4 months. Yes, they have a tendency to lose paperwork, very interestingly enough. I've filed a complaint with the insurance commissioner, but here's the thing. The OneShare health plan is not bound by the insurance commissioner's laws, so on regulations. Anyway, there's numerous complaints. I can't go through them, but you can see them all here over and over and over and over again. So, my friends, if you really are looking to purchase health insurance, do not go with healthcare, OneShare Health, because you will be sorry. So what happened to me, I'll tell you what happened to me. After I got this bill, the hospital keeps urging me that I should pay this bill, and I kept saying, yes, I would like to. I've been in touch with the insurance company, OneShare Health, over and over and over again, but they never call me back. I always have to initiate the communication, right? I always had the one calling them. The hospital called them as well to verify that they have certain documents, which they claimed they didn't, which they turned out they did. So finally, and this might be interesting for some people in California, I didn't know this. Finally, the person from the hospital said, you need to pay this bill, otherwise it's going to go to collection. So I said, okay, what can we do here? Then she says to me, wait a minute, you don't have insurance. And I said, excuse me, you don't have insurance. Unity Healthshare is not insurance, it's a healthcare plan. So if you don't have insurance in the state of California, your healthcare bill gets reduced to 75%. So lucky for me that the $11,000 bill was reduced to $2,600, right? $2,600 something. So I paid that because I didn't want to go into collection. But still, I thought this is not fair because this was a bill that was initially over $7,500 and they should pay for it. So then I told them again that, then they called me. Somebody called me and asked me if I could remove the terrible review I've left them on the Better Business Bureau website. And I said, no, I will not, because you made me pay a bill that I wasn't supposed to pay. You were supposed to pay this bill, and you let me believe that I'm insured with you guys, and then you guys don't pay when I have an accident. So then they actually called the hospital to verify, and they verified that I paid the $2,600 and something, right? And I said, oh, okay, great. We just verified that with the hospital, and we will resubmit this for reimbursement. Well, when they resubmitted for reimbursement, this is the letter I got back, which I just showed you here, which is the first one, I believe, no, this is not it. No, this is not it. This one right here. So on June 19th, 2023, just not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, again, they came back with patient responsibility. There is nothing to negotiate. So I doubt that I will ever get this money from them because they're crooks. Literally, they use the cloak of religion to gain people's trust. You see this with their website, and announcing that they paid millions of dollars on cost sharing to their patients, which you can never verify. So my advice is stay away, as far away. I believe they used to be called Aliera Healthcare, and I think Aliera Healthcare is actually getting into a lawsuit now. Don't quote me on that, but I think OneShare Health was either Unity Share before or was Aliera Healthcare before. There is something shady going on. So either way, stay away from the company. You'll be glad you did. Get a real insurance, or really do your research and go on the Better Business Bureau to check out if there's any complaints if you want to go forward with any healthcare plan. I highly advise that. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, please leave it below in the comments section, and thanks for watching.